One thing I tell you, just get started. If you have one of these and it's in your pocket and it's on meeting or vibrate, give yourself permission to do what I did before I got in here, and that's turn it off. And we laugh about it, but we don't do it enough. And we need to, for our own benefit, we need to do it also more importantly for our children. My daughter doesn't know how to turn her phone off. If I take her phone away from her hand, she's 18, she will literally shake. And I've spoken to high school students, and when I start out and I say, okay, we're going to take the cell phone pledge. I pledge to turn my phone off while Ben speaks this morning. And inevitably a student raises their hand. And I was in the south side of a city school, and this young lady looks at me and she goes, "Excuse me, sir." And that hurts. And then she says, I can't. And I said, "What do you mean you can't?" She goes, "I can't turn my phone off because I've only had her for 4 months. And I've never turned it off, and I don't know how." And we laugh at that, but it's really sad. These kids don't know what it is to sit and do what we're doing here, having a conversation, not checking, tweeting, texting, and emailing, but just looking somebody in the eye and talking about their lives. And I think that's really a valuable pursuit. I lost my dad about a year ago, so I'm dedicating this morning's speech to him. He didn't always listen, and that kind of taught me about how I wanted to listen to my child. But there were 2 instances where he did. One, I want to start with a story about the fact that it was the week of Father's Day, and it was about 6 years ago. And I said, Dad, he was in Chicago. I'm not going to come down on Father's Day. To come with the siblings and the nieces and the nephews, I get 2 minutes with you. And it's my Father's Day too, and I'm on the highway 2.5 hours each way. I really want to spend Father's Day at home and let my daughter and wife take care of me for an hour and then go back to our regular life. But for an hour, it's Father's Day. So I said, how about Wednesday? I'll come down Wednesday, and we go to the gym, we can work out, we can have lunch. And he had a boat in Diversity Harbor. I said, we go down to the boat. So he said, fine. We had our lunch and our workout and went to the boat. Normally on the boat, after we've gone to lunch, he turns the Cub game on. And I could tell him, Dad, we know how it's going to turn out. You have to watch. And he inevitably would fall asleep. And this particular Wednesday, he didn't turn the Cub game on. And he asked me, how's work going? What's going on with my granddaughter up there? How's your marriage? We spoke about dozens of things for 5 hours. I don't remember the last time I talked to my dad for 20 minutes, that focus. And at the end of the 5 hours, I looked at my watch and go, Dad, I promised Hope and Michelle